Good morning, guys, and welcome back to TTSM Incinerator. How are you all? Hope everyone is good. By the way, if you can hear me, everything is good. Let me know that at the beginning of the stream, and then we'll see what is what is happening in this market. Okay. Good morning, Tamimi. How are you, brother? Tomorrow we have the giveaway, so you have shared a plan. I think we can work on that. Commenting on I think that will be a good idea. Can you hear me? By the way, guys, please don't forget to push the like button. Okay, this is also the good morning, T2. Ready for a good trading day? Yeah, sure, man. I hope it will be a good day. I think so. Okay, so you can hear me. Ajay, hey, brother. How are you? I'm cool, man. Thanks for asking, by the way. Good morning, Leonardo. Are you here today? Sound is good. Thank you so much for at least confirming that sound is good. This whole day is like this is the daily chart. This market is simply not moving anywhere. Why it is happening like that way? After this big run, consolidation is a very normal thing. But to be honest, it should not work like this way. Like so beautiful flag is over here. So finally this flag has broken. Now this line is working as a resistance. Market is falling. This is something like retail traders dream to work like that way. It is actually working like that way. Uh, this is a retail market now these days, I guess. You'll be here today. That's cool, man. I hope I'll be here. I'll be able to hear as well. I There will be no load shedding. I think so, but not sure. Let's see what is happening on this market. This is the daily chart. I'll just keep over here. And that was that specific gap. Wanted to see unfilled. It is working like that way. Market didn't fill this gap 100%. Not a good thing at all over here. And the CE of this gap is holding the market so beautifully. I don't know what the market has seen around that area, but it's so beautifully respecting the 50% of this gap. I will mark the quadrant level of this week as a target over here. So it's love to go for the quadrant level. These lines will be here until the end of today. So I'll see if it can target any of this line over here. From the hourly chart, from the hourly chart, we have this obvious liquidity that is target for today, I guess. Yesterday I was extremely bullish and today I'm extremely bearish, at least for the quadrant level of this daily week. Maybe the 50%, maybe the lower quadrant. 50% around that area is the best because there is an hourly week as well. I hope the 50% is aligned same area around that area. So if it can fall until that area, that is best. However, this market left built another buy side liquidity over here. There is a beautiful buy side liquidity. There is another beautiful buy side liquidity here. What the hell you are doing actually? Have this buy side liquidity around here, and finally the all-time high. So that buy side liquidity is so clean. There is a small buy side liquidity, not going to market like this high, that high, not going to market. This is so beautiful resistance level. You remember this new week opening gap, how it has worked around that area and then send the market lower. Build this buy side liquidity by yesterday's market. I had this obvious sell side liquidity. So now first I want to see this sell side liquidity to be taken, market to come here and then go higher. At least like it will like do like that way. Go to the 15-minute chart. The same sell side liquidity, all of this zone is the sell side liquidity which is aligned with the upper quadrant of this daily week. Overnight big fall so far. We have new day opening gap around that area. So 5 p.m. close, 4:59 close, 6 p.m. open. A beautiful new day opening gap. I think I can mark this new day opening gap. It will be insightful later. So I'm gonna mark that new day opening gap. and gonna make it bit deeper. Gonna lock it. So that is the new day opening gap. So beautifully respecting, and now it is falling. This sell side liquidity is my first thinking that maybe market will take this sell side liquidity and then all of these lines over here. If I come to this regular trading hour opening gap, yesterday market have a new day, I mean opening gap around that area. So that is really suspicious. I have a bit small regular trading hour opening gap over there, regular trading hour opening gap here, have this big regular trading hour opening gap. Market is so far around that area. So when the market will open, there will be a or regular trading hour opening gap overlapped. So this regular trading hour opening gap and today's regular trading hour opening gap will be overlapped around the same line. That is also a very nice target. But first, I want to see this market to fall. So how it is going to be expected today? Maybe market will open here. Okay, so market will open. It is not going to go higher to trade the regular trading hour opening gap today. Instead of that, it will simply fall and trade maybe this one. Okay, this is the best area or maximum until this line. Any of this line, when the market will come here, I will start to target today's new day, I mean regular trading or opening gap 50%, 6 on 8 level, sorry, not 6 on 8 level, lower quadrant, upper quadrant, and finally if it can reach to the high, I'll look for that if it can reach to the high. But today I'm going to think like that way. This market will first open and it will keep falling. So it will be a falling knife, or in other words, the Judas swing until 10 a.m. New York local time. Then the market will go higher and trade the levels. In other words, if this sell side liquidity over here, which is from 15-minute and hourly chart, obvious sell side liquidity, around 9:30, if the market failed to take this liquidity, instead of that start to trade higher, then I'll look for every single regular trading or opening gap quadrant level to look for the sell. Target will be the sell side liquidity and finally that line. Okay. So my first intention, if the sell side liquidity is left open, I will look for buy at first and then sell. If the sell side liquidity is taken at first, I'm only bullish, no bearish, nothing. I'm only bullish. In other word, if it just simply take this sell side liquidity, okay, just like this way, take the sell side liquidity by week or by body, I don't care because that is the obvious sell side liquidity so far. So if it is taken by week, that the liquidity is clear over there already. The liquidity, I don't need to worry about that at all because it's been already it's cleared. So if it open and just take this liquidity and start it to go higher, that's gonna be disaster. I mean, after taking this sell side liquidity without coming here to this line, if it started to go higher, I'm not able to touch that market. I'm not able to take any sort of buy. So if the sell side is taken at first, because right now market is around that area. Okay, so after 17 minutes, the market is going to open. After the market open, I highly appreciate this market to come over here. This 50, maybe a bit lower because there is a hourly week quadrant level as well. So maybe a bit lower, but at least until this line. So if it come here, I'm good to go to look for buy. No more sell is valid to me because if I would love to take the sell, it's gonna be chasing the market. Yesterday's close over here, gapped down, market is keep falling. Don't touch the falling knife. This is a very specific rules. Don't touch the falling knife. So if it keep falling, I'm not gonna touch this market. But when it will come here around that area, 50% lower quadrant, any of this line over here, I'll start to look for buying opportunity and I'll target the regular trading or opening gap 50% lower quadrant. That's gonna be the target. I have a big opening gap over here, regular trading or opening gap around that area. Also have this regular trading or opening gap around here. I'm just not interested to mark them right now. I think I'll mark them later. But right now, I'm not interested to mark them around that area. So yeah, I'll let them go. Instead of that, I'll first observe this regular trading or opening gap overlapped area. So that day, yesterday's regular trading or opening gap to today's regular trading or not yesterday's actually, the day before yesterday, regular trading or opening gap, today's regular trading or opening gap is gonna be a good target for me. But as I told you, there is two type of scenario I'm gonna frame the trade. First, market open, left this sell side liquidity, didn't take this sell side liquidity, not even by the week. Instead of that, it started to go higher. I'm going to target this sell side liquidity and then this line. It is not important at all, but this sell side liquidity is gonna be my target. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna let this buy go, and then we'll look for the sell. If the market open around there, and simply take that liquidity over here. I will wait as long as this market is not coming over here. So around here, from that level, any sort of buy is valid to me for the gap over here. In other words, if the market open maybe here and keep going higher, take this buy side liquidity. I'm not going to touch this market around that area. Or if it open, keep falling, keep falling. I'm not gonna take this sell as well. So these two type of scenario, I'm gonna take any trade. If it doesn't happen, maybe we'll do some scalping or something like that. But everything is low probability. At least there will be no plan, there will be no trade, something like that. Okay. So I think it will give you some idea about the pre-market analysis, how you are going to plan your trade. So first plan your trade, then trade your plan. That's the easiest way to trade this market over here. Wanna go to this ES chart a bit just to see what is happening on ES chart. So ES is extremely bearish. This candle is extremely bearish. However, it is trading this bull gap over here. More importantly, this order block. So on NQ, this order block has been broken. Eventually this water block has been broken, and market actually took this low as well. But in ES, market still didn't break this water block. This is the propulsion block. That water block has been traded over here. The high, actually the high is below this high, so I will say this consecutive candle is the propulsion block because the high is above that candle high. So I can simply look for this consecutive order block. So right now it is trading this propulsion block and this bullish parabolic up over here. On NQ, I have a beautiful bearish gap around that area, but in ES, there is no bearish gap around that area. So this market is still trading the bullish PDR. It's not trading any bearish PDR. You can simply see that there is not even a single bearish PDR that is market trading right now and falling. So it is still a random level to me. And I have this buy side liquidity over here. I'm watching this buy side liquidity to see if it can really go for this buy side liquidity again. Would love to go for this hourly chart. Overnight big run, but still I don't need to worry about that. We see the SMT around that area. On NQ, market failed to clear those highs. So let me show that to you. See, okay, this high here, I'm gonna mark this like this way, here to here. So 11, 12, 11 a.m. high, 12 a.m. high, sorry, 12 p.m. high, AM or PM, I don't know how to say that. Same here. 11, sorry, it is 12, but the high is taken over here. There is an SMT, small SMT. Maybe there will be a bit difference. It's look like that way. First, let me see it. So here, this high has been taken over here for ES. NQ has failed to take that high. Okay, I don't know why the time is a bit different. Why it's showing the different time. 12, 11, 12, okay, something like that. However, this high is taken over here. This high failed to take over here. So this is the SMT. I have explained the SMT to you guys. Like if you are looking for a real SMT, ES has to take the high, where NQ has to fail to take that high. In other words, you see this low, I mean over here, this low, it's taken by the ES. ES has taken that low over here, right? So for NQ, this low could be a target. If you're really interested to look for a sell, you can look for the sell depending on the fake SMT, because this is called a fake SMT over here around that area. See here, the weakest sister has taken that low, but the strongest sister failed to take that low. It can be a target depending on the fake SMT. In other words, that is a beautiful bearish SMT with this both market around that area. That is a beautiful bearish SMT, and there is no bullish SMT. This is called fake SMT. So I'm not interested to look for this fake SMT or bullish SMT. This is kind of a confluences for your trading purpose. So if you're bullish, if you're bearish, you can look for this SMT. If you're bullish, you will wait for the, right SMT, not this type of fake SMT. So this type of fake SMT, you should avoid them. However, would love to go for this ES one more time. So over here, I have got this bearish SMT. And so for this market is like where it is reaching for. I don't have any sell side liquidity for the ES from the hourly chart. So I think I can mark the quadrant level of this week around that area. Why this week? When you will mark the quadrant level of a week, If you see this type of prominent wick that is really so clean to mark, like there is no confusion to mark the wick. Like if I look on this market, I have no confusion. I can simply mark this wick because that is the most prominent wick. But it's not the only thing I will look for this wick. I need this wick to clear all other lows and trade a gap. If it doesn't trade a gap, this wick doesn't have any value. So in this type of scenario, this weak quadrant level could be a beautiful target for the market. Maybe the 50%, that is the best area, or maybe maximum the lower quadrant. That could be a beautiful target before going higher again, something like that. But for ES, I don't have any sell side liquidity, unfortunately. And yeah, no sell side liquidity at all. I don't also have some kind of buy side liquidity except this buy side liquidity around that area, except that buy side liquidity. I also don't have any short of buy side liquidity. Would love to go for the 4 hour chart to see what is it actually trading. So there is a 4 hour gap that didn't been traded. This gap also violated. Yeah, that has also been violated. I don't think so. It will keep falling. I don't think so like that way. Let me see from the 15-minute chart if I have something. Uh, 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 this sell side liquidity is too far, by the way. That is really too far. And buy side liquidity, I have some buy side liquidity from 15-minute chart. So I have this buy side liquidity. That could be a beautiful thing that market will come here, any of this quadrant level from the hourly chart. And from the 15-minute chart, I really don't have anything. Instead of this bearish order block, sorry, bullish order block. This is the bullish order block. High to low, 50% is the mean threshold of that bullish order block. So maybe this market will trade the mean threshold and then it will target this buy side liquidity around that area. That is a good idea to trade this ES market. Would love to see what is happening on YM because I have the time. Still, I have the time. Start from the daily chart, and from the daily chart, still it is bearish. I have this bullish cap over here around that area. So beautiful bullish cap. More importantly, that bullish order block. Only NQ has violated this order block. Both other market still didn't trade this order block at all. Okay. So this is the area where this market can fall. So take this low, which is a intermediate term low, not intermediate, short period of time low, short term low over here. So maybe market will take this short term low, trade this bullish cap, and it will start to target the all time high again. If I come to this hourly chart around that area, yeah, in hourly chart, I can see that it is going to target this relatively equal lows, which is a beautiful sell side liquidity over here. I also have some buy side liquidity, lot of buy side liquidity around here. You can see around that area, they are going to be target next. I hope so. The next target will be this buy side liquidity, and finally the all time high is over here. So after clearing this short term low or all the lows over here, trade the bullish gap from the daily chart, and from the short period of time, maybe it will come here somewhere. I don't know, okay, exactly where it will trade, but it will trade something around that area, and then it will target this buy side liquidity over here. All the market is showing me the bullishness, short period of weakness, like small fall, then go for the buy side liquidity. From the 15-minute chart, do I have anything? I don't see anything except the sell side liquidity, and below this area, this sell side, I mean, fair value cap. It can trade that area, but right now, this sell side liquidity is really so beautiful, so awesome to me. So if I were trading this market for YM, I would wait for this market to clear this low first, relatively equal lows. I would, and also the obvious liquidity to clear them at first, and then I would target the buy side liquidity, whatever I have in this market. For example, this buy side liquidity around that area, that buy side liquidity around that area, and over here, like this high, that high, relatively equal high, some kind of buy side liquidity around that area, and finally that buy side liquidity over here. That could be a beautiful target over there. But if it keep falling, that is not expected, and I really don't appreciate this market to keep falling like that way. However, coming back to MNQ again, this is that sell side liquidity. Would love to go for daily chart one more time. What type of weak quadrant level you are looking for? This week here, if you compare all other weeks, this is so beautiful, so clean. Okay. So this week has cleared all the lows and trade a gap here. This week quadrant level is important to me. However, If you guys remember, I have used that week, but I didn't use that week as a support. I worked it with the resistance. So I wanted to see it will work any kind of quadrant level of this week, like here, just for bouncing in that specific day. When that day is gone, this week quadrant level is not important, because here I was like thinking that is this gap is going to be unfilled or it is going to be filled by 100%. I really wanted to see this to fill 100%, but actually market left this gap open over here. So this candle high and that area is a small gap that is still open. Market structure shift, fair value gap, highest up close body close candle order block validated by this specific candle. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 time it worked with this order block. After that it fall, left this gap open. High probability it will keep falling, take this low, and it will come over here around that area, depending on that logic. But while it is going to happen, like it is going to keep falling, I need some sort of retracement. If I don't get the retracement, I'm not able to take any kind of trade to take the sell. It is called like chasing the market. I'm not interested to chase the market. So first of all, I want to see some reaction from this level, not the reversal to go for the buy side liquidity, all of this area. No, not like that way. It will give me some sort of reaction over here, then it will start to fall. Or after the reaction, there will be another bullish model. Market will fill this gap 100%. After filling this gap 100%, I'll start to look for all of this buy side liquidity around that area. Like yesterday, I was extremely strong for thinking that this gap is going to be closed 100%. Actually, it didn't do that. Instead of that, retest the 50% of this daily gap and then reverse from there again. And today's market open, trade this gap, started to fall. Overnight big fall already. You can see the it has already fallen like nearly 600 handle or something like that. 600 handle already has been done. Now, if just compare all other candles, look at these candles. What do you expect for the rest of the morning session? It is going to fall and come here, going to build this type of candle. This is so foolishness. You should not think like that way. The maximum run has done. Remember in that day, what did I say? The maximum run has done. So market is going to consolidate in between some specific level. So maximum run has done. So rest of the days, market is going to respect the quadrant level here and the regular trading or opening gap quadrant level over there. So the consolidation is going to happen in between two quadrant level. This is going to happen. I think so. I can be wrong, and maybe this market will keep falling and take this low by today. Maybe it will happen, but I think that comparing with other candles, 8 year average what to say range, actually average daily range. I don't know, 8 year, 8 year. What does it call? Average daily range is like nearly 6 7 handle, 5 6 7 handle. Okay, so something like that. It has already provided me 600 handles. So I'm not going to expect that it's going to be a 1,000 handle candle. Instead of that, this market is in deep discounted area, so it's going to go a bit higher. Not going to take the buy side liquidity, just a bit higher, then fall again, higher, fall again, higher, fall again, something like that. If it is an highly volatile up down, we'll be able to frame some trade. But don't think about only bias I'm bullish, only bias I'm bearish. It will be bullish and bearish, both of these things. So just watching these candles, you will be able to find out that when you are for example around this area, okay, around 9:30 market is here, around that area, just around 9:30 market is here. I could look for a big fall because I had the sell side liquidity. Actually, let me go to the 15-minute chart. So think like around 9:30 open, market was here, around that area. In that type of scenario, I could start to think about a bearishness today. Okay, so from here to until the sell side liquidity, that could be my target. As the market is over here, sorry, as the market is already over here around 9:30, what I should expect, like this type of price action. Again, I can be wrong. Okay, I can be wrong, but I want to see this type of price action today. And today, tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to get the expansion tomorrow. I believe so. Like big candle, like this type of candle is going to happen tomorrow. Like this type of candle is going to happen most of the time. This type of candle happens on on Friday. Okay, so if you look some candles, like big candle, you will see most of them has happened around Friday. Like I don't know, I can see only this one, and this is Thursday actually. So like yeah, something like that. Let's hope for the best, and we'll see what is going to happen. Now it's time to wait for the 9:30 open. Market has opened. The first job is to mark the regular trading hour opening gap. That is the first job. Go to your regular trading hour opening gap. This is the opening of today. This is the closing of yesterday. That's gonna be the regular trading or opening gap. I'm gonna mark this one a bit thin like this way. That is the daily week. Okay. So first, if it take this sell side liquidity come here, I'll start to look for buy. My target will be this line. If it doesn't do that, instead of that, keep going higher. I'm not going to touch it. We'll wait for this market to come here. Then we'll look for the sell. I highly appreciate. Okay, this is taken. I want to see this market to come here to think about a buy. If it doesn't come over here, no buy is valid to me. I'll not take any short of buy, nothing. I'll just simply let this go without taking any trade over here. I need this market to fall here at least before framing any short of buy. By the way, I'm not going to take the sell. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see some. Let's read some comment at first because I'm just waiting for the setup. Hey Dora, good morning. Daniel, good morning. Thanks for the penguin, by the way, sister. Hey Trader Cubs, good morning, good morning. Erdi Hayat, price going to Asia low, Asia low. Hope so. Hey Jamil, good morning. Brother, sorry for silly question, but I keep getting distracted by it. Why you say W before water block? W, W before water block, consecutive order block. W before the block. You can pronounce all. It's the same pronunciation for or in word block. I really didn't get your comment, brother. Like next time when I'll talk about that. Just tell me, okay, which where I'm because W double order block, double consecutive order. No, I just say consecutive order block, order block. Yeah, my pronunciation is bit bad. So sorry. Next time, just remind me, okay? So then I'll clear that by writing what I mean by that W or something like that. 7470 achieved retrace and continuation or start to build a mid from bottom around here. Let's see. I'm not right, guys. Remember, it came here, take this liquidity, now going higher for this line. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to take the buy here. No buy is valid to me. First, this market has to fall at least through this line over here. I don't know you can see it or not. This line, okay, thin line. After coming here, then I'll think about a buy. Otherwise, whole buy, I'm gonna let them go without touching this market. Not going to not going to take the buy. Average tolerance, absolutely average tolerance. 8 year average tolerance. Yeah, thank you, Sharada. Good morning, brother. Xma chips X. Hey Rajesh, good morning, brother. Hey Chatur, good morning. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. However, if I find a sell here, I can target this 50% as to take that sell. Okay, even though I don't want to do that, but if it is something like very clean, then maybe I'll try to take that sell. My target will be the 50% around that area. That 50% is going to be my target. I think it's a very small range. Let me see. Yeah, nearly 80 handle. But I think I'll look for that. No buy is valid to me. You are free to go. If you see there is a buying opportunity, I highly appreciate to take you that buy, but I'm not looking for any sort of buy here. No buy is valid to me. All I'm going to do, I'm going to mark this gap over here, old gap that is so far respecting around that area. So let's see if it can respect this gap and keep falling or not. Other markets are still bullish. The ES is extremely bullish, by the way. It can be bullish. There is nothing wrong because they are stronger when the market is going higher. See this zone and this zone. Both of them are kind of like uh, overlapped regular trading or opening gap. So this overlapped regular trading or gap is a good target. But the problem is I can't take the buy from that area. It's nearly impossible for me to take the buy from here. I need some fall at first before taking that buy. So I'm not framing any buy. I'm not going to take any buy, but you're good to go. This gap is broken, so I'm gonna remove this gap and going to go back to 15 minutes chart just to see if I can mark something from there. No, I can't. I can't mark something around there. Any sort of sell, I'm gonna take that sell. So this gap, I'm going to mark this gap, and I'm going to see if it can close here somewhere and then take this high. If it close here somewhere and then take this high, then closed below this gap, I'm gonna take the sell from this gap as an inverse gap, but not like this way. Like if it keep going high like that way, it's still not valid as an inverse gap. There is a short period of buy side liquidity. These highs, this market targeting them maybe. One more thing, guys, please don't forget about this here. Okay, high to the low and the 6 on 8 level. This is a beautiful level. This market can retrace before falling again. I'm just not going to take any short of buy here. I'm gonna sacrifice all the buys. কি হইছে তোর? সমস্যা কি? 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 দেখো। Good morning, Chatur. Good morning, guys. If you find the setup, take the setup. Buy, sell, whatever you find, just go for that. Just a second, okay? He's disturbing a lot. I think he's so hungry. I'm back. Okay. So I have a bearish gap over here from 15-minute chart. Also, this 1-minute gap. Hope it will provide me some sort of selling opportunity now. Or does it want to come here? Okay, we'll see. Nothing wrong to wait for the setup. Are you Bengali? I'm Bengali. Yes, sir, I'm Bengali. Jahura Aziz, are you Bengali as well, brother? Brother or sister? I'm from Bangladesh. Guys, there is nothing wrong for waiting. So, by the way, if you want to take the buy, I highly appreciate you to take that buy. Go for it. I don't have any problem, but I'm waiting for a sell at first. Either way, this market has to reach around that line. Otherwise, I'm not going to chase the buy over here or something like that. If it come here, maybe I can think about a buy. Otherwise, I'll wait for this market to come. Where is that line? The 50%. Did I did I remove that? Okay, I think I have removed that. I have to mark that one more time. Regular trading hour. This is closing from yesterday. and this is opening from today. This is the regular trading hour opening gap. Okay, so the 50% level, I'm going to wait as long as this market is not coming to this 50% level to take the sell. If it keep going higher, okay. So in that type of scenario, I'll wait for this market to come here, then I'll look for a sell. Otherwise, I'll just simply, if there is any beautiful setup from that area, I'll just simply take the sell from the lower quadrant level around that area. Apnar Biral is a Bengali man who is very beautiful. Okay. Brother Amio from Dhaka. Okay, you're from Dhaka. Welcome to our community, brother, sister. বন্ধু ৩ দিন। Hey, Modi, where are you from, brother? Took a long. I noticed low resistance liquidity on sell side sweep and another soup sadly sold most very early and got out at just 773. Should have had more conviction. No worries, man. If you have taken the partial, you have taken the partial, put your stop loss to the break even, hold the trade as long as you want. You are absolutely good. If you close the trade early, wait for the next train. It's not the last train. This is the first train. So you don't need to worry about anything. Okay, so you are already profitable. You should be happy over there. You're from Dhaka. I'm from Khulna, Khulna Bagarhat. But thank you so much for saying that my cat is beautiful. Hello, bro. Any giveaway today? No, tomorrow I have the giveaway tomorrow. Lucid account, 50K Pro account. I'll give it tomorrow actually. Good morning, Titu. Sorry, I was late trading, but was okay, sorry, was trading but watching. Hey, Spoon, how are you, brother? Did you take the buy? I think you got the buy. I'm watching all of this level. Anytime now, it will provide me a selling opportunity. I'm gonna take that sell. I'm just watching this retracement, the retracement, like big fall. After this big fall, the retracement. I can be wrong. This market can simply keep going higher, and keep going higher for this buy sell liquidity. If it happens, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna simply let this go. But anytime I'm gonna find the selling opportunity, I'm gonna take that sell. This is the 50% of the dealing range. This is the 6 on 8 of the dealing range. And this line is the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. Any of this line will give me the selling opportunity. I'm going to take that sell. So market came to the 50-minute bearish gap. I'm going to mark that bearish gap. This gap is important. Okay, so this candle high, this candle low. So this is the 50-minute bearish gap where the market came right now. We'll see. Okay. Is Sujivan over here? A small bounce after open now, but I'm out now. Good job, man. How to take part in the giveaway? When I'll give the giveaway, you will know that, sister. Okay. I mean, around the giveaway time tomorrow. Tomorrow live streaming, I'll give the away. We have a plan actually for commenting something, but you will know that when I will do the giveaway. I'm thinking about a sell already, but this candle doesn't look good to me. That is the only problem. No, it doesn't look good to me. That up close, body close candle. from 1 minute chart, it has a big wick actually. Like if this candle was a good candle, I would already take the sell from this candle as a bearish order block. Maybe I'm gonna miss this trade, but it's okay. I'm just not going to take the trade from this candle because it doesn't look good to me. Just because of that, I'm gonna let this go. Market doesn't look for something beautiful I look for. It doesn't need to look for that, but I look for something good. Like if you see this candle over here, this is a very small body, long wick. So I don't want to use this as my order block. Market doesn't need to look like that way. But let me see actually how much would be the stop loss. 21 handle, and it has provided 38 handle. Target could be this area. Oh man, I think I'm gonna miss this trade, but it's okay. I'm gonna let this go. So far it has provided 32 handle, 4 handle. Oh man. If it was a good candle, I would take the sell from this order block, but it's not a good candle to be honest, brother. So I'm not interested to take that sell from this candle. I think I will wait for something better, but what else I can wait for over here? Inversion fair value gap? Yeah, that's better. Inversion fair value gap is much more better rather than this order block. So let's see if this gap can hold the market and then send it higher to take this high one more time, then fall closed below this. I'll take the sell from this gap. Simply not going to take. I mean, yeah, I know that it will be a small scalp. I mean, I've already got some partial over here. Maybe we'll get a stopped out to the break even. But either way, this it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't look like a good candle to me. I can miss the trade, but I'm absolutely good with that. I will wait for something good. Uh, yeah, I'll wait it. Someone just joined to the membership. Who is that? NQ Slayer. Hey man, after a decade, man, I'm watching your comment. How are you, man? 933 was my buy entry. Most of the position takes off 28,814 holding 2 micros with stop loss trailed. Congratulations, brother. It's been a decade, man. I don't see your name. How are you, brother? I think I missed this trade. Okay, I think I missed this trade, but I'm not regretting because this candle really doesn't look a good order block to me. To be honest, it doesn't look a good order block to me. So yeah, I'm good with missing this trade. I think if it was a good candle like this candle, I'm already in a trade. Like just already in a trade. This is a very logical level, right? Already traded the lower quadrant of the regular trading hour opening gap, 1 minute last fair value gap, 15-minute bearish fair value gap. It would be awesome if it could touch this line over here. But either way, this is the change in state of delivery and market is falling from there. But again, it doesn't look good to me. So I didn't take the trade from here. I absolutely good. Okay. Better wait for the next opportunity. I know that this is gonna be a consolidation market. I mean the up down market, up down market. So if I miss the sell, I'll look for the buy. If I miss the buy, I'll look for the sell. Something like that. I'm doing good, brother. Thanks for coming back, brother. I was missing you. Man, that could be an awesome trade, like 75 and so far. And I believe that it will come at least over here to this gap, or maybe it will come here. That's okay. How could I miss this trade? It's not my fault. It's the fault from the markets because the market didn't build a beautiful word block to me. That's why I'm not taking the trade around that area. So I'll wait for the next opportunity. I need the retracement again for the 50% area so that I can frame another sell from that area. I should have been a bit brave over here. Okay, no worries. We'll see. However, this is the gap, first bearish gap. I'm gonna mark that first bearish gap. This is the first bullish gap. This is the first bearish gap. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this bearish gap and gonna extend it here. Gonna remove this gap. Gonna avoid this order block. You see how I let the market go and then was waiting for the sell. Just because this candle was not good, I was not in this trade. But if this candle just closed here somewhere, I'm already in this trade. So I am going to pick the bot top here to take the sell. Just because this candle is not good, I'm not taking the sell over here. Let all the buy go. I don't care about them because this is not a bullish market. It could simply retrace from here. It could simply retrace from there, or it could simply come over here. It could do that. I don't care about that because it is uncertain. But the fall is certain. For what? For this 50% level over here. It is certain. So that's why I don't like to participate in this buy. I would love to participate in the sell, but unfortunately there is no selling opportunity. I mean, that word block is not good. Okay, let's see if it can provide me another opportunity or not. It's gonna be bouncing market. I have already explained you why it is going to be bouncing. If it is not a big day, okay, for example, 1,000 handle candle day. If it is not like that, it's gonna be a bouncing day. It's not going to move like extremely fall. It's not going to happen like that way. It's not going to go extremely high. It's not doing like that way. Oh man. Cool, brother. Cool. This is just a small price action. You'll find another opportunity. The risk cost 21 handle, 23 handle. That could be awesome trade. However, nothing to do. See the fall. That whole run is the Judas swing. Where this market is falling for? This line. This is obvious. So something like you should work with the obvious things, not like something random. You don't know how far it will go. Beautiful, it came here. That is good. It could come to the 50%. It could come to the 618 level. It could come to here. It could come here, but it is not certain. But this is certain that market is coming over here. That is certain. So you should work with the certain levels. That is certain for you. It's going to happen. You know that. So rare case, it's not going to respect. And in that type of scenario, you will get small partial. You're going to simply close your trade. Simple. That's all. Hope I'll find another opportunity. Let's see. I'm now interested to see this market to come that level. If it come over here, I'll start to look for sell again from the order block from that level. If it come any of this level, okay, I'll start to look for sell again from that level. Let's hope for the best. What is the target? Remember, this is the target. This level is broken means I'm done. I can't do anything over here. If this line is broken or market is falling, I will have nothing to do in this market. So I have to give the highest priority to this level and that level. This is the line where I should give the highest priority. Let's see if it can come here. More importantly, to this gap and then build another bearish order block. Confirmation entry. If I get that, I'm gonna take that sell. Okay, so it came to the 50%. Best is if it can touch this 618 level. Highest up close body close candle is going to be my bearish order block to take the sell. Target is this line over here. If this candle close below this, I'm gonna take the sell from that candle. Just remember, I'm not going to take any sort of buy here. No buy is valid. Only sell is valid. Buy will be valid if and only if it come here. Then I'll start to think about a buy. Otherwise, I'll look for every kind of selling opportunity from this level, from that 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 level. Any of this level, I'll look for the sell only. I'm just pretty much confused about the volatility. Yeah, it's 48 handle. Yeah, I'll give it a try actually. If it close below this, I'll give it a try. But I'll of course manage my stop loss. I mean, I'm not going to enter over here. I'll maybe try to enter from there by putting my stop loss bit lower, something like that. I'll try to enter like that way. When the body is going to close below this line. Or what else I can do? I can come here and I can move it there. It is a bit risky. That is also valid. I will try like this way actually. See this bullish gap? I'm not looking at this bullish gap. It's not important to me. All I need to see the body close below this candle. If the body can close below this candle, I'm gonna take this sell. Yeah, I know that my stop loss is bit small. I mean tight, but I will take this risk. Come on. Now you will keep falling without me. Come on. Come on. Please don't do that. Come on, man. If this low is taken, I'm not gonna take this sell anymore. Okay. If this low is taken, I can't take this sell anymore. So without taking this low, if it take me, I'm gonna take this sell. This low will be taken. I'm not going to participate in this price action anymore. Bad luck. Absolutely bad luck. Because if it could take me, I have already got the partial. As long as this low is not going to be taken, I'll try to take this sell within maximum 5 candle. I still know that my stop loss is a bit tight, but I have covered just the min threshold of this order block and I'm cool with that. If I'm extremely unlucky, it will just keep falling without me. I have to accept that things. Yeah, I'm unlucky. But learn it, guys. It could simply take me, okay? It could simply take me. So I missed this trade over here. I don't give a shit because I know the next opportunity is coming for. So when it is going higher, some of you can start to think, oh, now it is a bullish market. No, it's not a bullish market. It's coming to the 50% range, 6 on 8 level range. Then it will fall again from the order block. Unfortunately, I didn't get the entry from the order block. Actually, let me see. In NQ chart, did it really give the entry or not? No, it didn't give me the entry. Never give me the entry. So for example, if it could take me, I have already got 60, 70 handle, something like that. I've already got that. Now I can't re-enter over here because this low is taken. I've got the market structure shift 22 bear model. In that type of scenario, I have to give the highest priority to this breakaway gap. So if it come back again to this breakaway gap and then build another order block, I'm good to go and take the sell from that order block. Or I can simply take the entry from this entry gap, but the stop loss I won't be able to cover. Like at least here, the stop loss should be here. I won't be able to cover it if I would love to take the entry over here because of the volatility. Otherwise, this is a valid trade. I've already got the market structure shift. See this market structure shift around that area? This is the entry gap. This is the breakaway gap. So I should be entering over here. Actually, I can enter with 1 micro contract or 2 micro contract. Okay. I can do that. Okay, so here I'm gonna enter from this gap, not going to cover the whole breakaway gap. Instead of that, going to cover like that small portion. Yeah, I know still it's 46 handle, but the only logic is reason is I can't put my stop loss above this high. Market structure shift, fair value gap, sell side is gonna be your target over here. I'm not able to put my stop loss over here. If this market really would love to trade this gap, I'll get stopped out and then I'll wait for the re-entry from the breakaway gap. So here I took 46 handle for 2 micro contract. That's gonna be a small loss, I guess. But let's see. Also, I don't want to see body close above the 50% of this. Sorry, not the 50%. It can break the 50% because this is the reclaimed inverse fair value gap. So it is the highest line that market can trade. This order block is the highest line it can trade, or the main threshold of this candle. Mm. So it can close above this 50%. However, I'll keep adding the trade if it doesn't stop me out over here. My stop loss has to be at least over here, at least over there, which is 70 handle. Not interested to put the stop loss for 70 handle. So trade that order block. Unfortunately, I'm not able to re-enter over this order block because this low is taken. If this low is not taken, I would enter over here and then I would hold the trade. I'm not afraid of this run because this is going to fall eventually. Just afraid that if it really would love to trade this breakaway gap 100%. In that type of scenario, I'll get stopped out, unfortunately. Also not going to take a partial around 1:1. If I would love to take a partial around 1:1, my partial level will be here. That should be the partial level. I'm not going to take the partial over here. I am going to take the partial here, around that area. If it close below this candle, I'm gonna add more. If it close below this candle, I'm gonna add more here by trailing my stop loss above just this gap. Here, okay? I'll keep it right now here and I'll wait for this candle to close below this. This is 22 market structure shift, fair fair value gap, breakaway gap, highest up close body close candle is an order block. So if it close below this order block, I'm gonna add more with this order block, going to target this low at first, then finally this line, which is obvious to me. Otherwise, I'll get stopped out. I'll simply get stopped out over there. By the way, my stop loss is just around the random level. Okay, I just covered this gap, opening of this gap, and this gap almost the 50%. Okay, I can't move it much more higher because it's gonna be huge loss. So I didn't do that. Instead of that, I'll put it actually here a bit lower because it has already traded the breakaway gap. So I'll just make it a bit lower, 38 handle. Should I do that? It can take this high one more time. Yeah, it can take that high one more time. So I'm gonna keep back it over there. 46 handle, 48 handle. Keep back that over there one more time. This high can be taken one more time. I'm just hoping that it's not coming to the 50% of this gap. Breakaway gap 50% is not going to be traded. Let me see where is the 50%. Yeah, I just covered the 50% by tick. Hope I'm not going to get stopped out by the week. It's not going to be valid order block anymore. One, two, three, four, five. This is the fifth number candle. It didn't close below this order block, so I can't add more over here as well. It took me. I wanna see if I can be survived over here if I could put my stop loss above this high. Just wanna see that. This is the 50% of this order block, consecutive order block. 50% is over here. That's mean threshold is trading right now. It will close below this order block. I will think about another sell over here. Otherwise, if this high is taken over here, maybe I'll think about a buy for this line over here. I'm not interested to take a buy, but right now I'm interested to see if the mean threshold hold the market and send it lower. So I can add more. I mean, sorry, I can re-enter from this highest up close body close candle of this 22 bear model. I would survive so far. I can see that if I put my stop loss above this high, but that would be 70 handle stop loss. Not a good stop loss, to be honest. I went with the lowest micro contract, which is 2 micro contract. Wanted to add more, but market didn't give me the opportunity. Not thinking about a buy, to be honest, guys. I'm just watching, can it really fall without taking this high, build the order block so that I can re-enter from the order block. Huge stop loss. Why the stop loss is too big today? Going to re-enter. For the first time, it will close one tick below this low. I'm just going to enter over there. It will close one tick below this low. I'm gonna take entry over there. Oh man, if it closed too low, then I won't be able to re-enter without retrace that. Oh man. Ah, yeah, I'm going to miss this trade. So it actually came until here. I would survive if I put my stop loss over here because that is too far. So I didn't put it over there. It is going to fall, but that run, not illogical level, absolutely the logical level, order block mean threshold, and more importantly, trade the breakaway gap. So at least above this high, my stop loss should be, but it was a big stop loss. So I was afraid of that. Yeah, I'll see if it take me from this order block because I can't chase the market around that area. It's nearly impossible to cover the stop loss. Okay, I'm in again from the order block here, and I'm gonna see if it really interested to fall and provide me another opportunity to and add more over here. I'll just wait to see if I can add more over there. I hope I'll be able to add more. However, I'm going to target this low as a partial level. This is the low as a partial level. This is the most logical level that should be the partial. Go a bit higher, I'll add more. If it doesn't go higher, I'm not going to add more. I mean, if it trade the quadrant level of this week, I'm going to add more over there. If it doesn't, I'm just not going to add more. I'm just going to hold my trade for this low until here. I'll take a partial over there. I'll go for the next partial level over here. And then I will see if it can stop me. But if I really go for the 1:1 partial, that should be here. So I have already got a 1:1 partial. Good. I'm risking. I am risking. Am I greedy? I don't think so. I'm greedy. Did I cover the word block? Yes, I have covered the word block. First time it will build a bearish parallel cap. I'm gonna put my stop loss to the break even. I don't expect accept anybody close below the CE of this gap. I really don't expect anything like that way because that's gonna make the trade low probability. However, if I get a stop out over here, like it closed above this gap, it's really disaster. So it's gonna take me again. Was a greedy bit. No, I was not greedy actually. It was not expected. It's not going to work by the way, guys. It's not going to work. I mean, it has closed above this gap. Now this gap will work as a support. Market will go higher. Was I greedy? I don't think so. I was greedy. This gap is now going to work as a support and it has a high probability to keep going higher now. Now, if I'm extremely lucky, maybe it will work. Otherwise, I'm not. It's not going to work. I don't think so. I'm that lucky. However, I can't close my trade when I'm not feeling good. I don't do that manually. So I let the market go and stop me out by trailing the stop loss. So every time I'll get an opportunity, I'll start to trail the stop loss. I can't be this much lucky. It seems like I'm so lucky. It's not a trade that I was hoping this is going to work, to be honest, because this body close above this not valid at all. However, let's hope for the best that it will build a gap over here. If it happens, then I think I'll be lucky over here. Otherwise, I'll get stopped out around 23 handle, unfortunately. How much is my loss actually? 105 handle. Sorry, $5. I think I'm extremely lucky here, okay? Because when it has closed out this gap, most of the time it doesn't work. It has a high probability to take this high one more time, and then if it can keep falling, okay? So maybe I'm lucky over here. However, I'm not going to keep my stop loss over there anymore. I'm just done with this trade, so I'm gonna keep my stop loss as low as possible. I'll just cover this gap here. Yep. I'll just cover this gap, unfortunately, because if this is left open, then there is a high probability it will come until there. Disaster. Market is not moving. That is disaster. But there was no buy. You see that even though I didn't take any kind of, I mean, I'm not saying this is a high probable setup or it is going to work. I'm not saying that. But I'm not thinking about a buy. Buy is only valid if this high is taken. This is the intermediate term high. So as long as this high is not taken, there is no buy. But most of my loss has already been covered. Like if I get a stop out over here around 12 handle, I think that's good. That's absolutely good. Otherwise, it will fall and hit my target. This is what happened if you see overnight big run and market has already touched the 8-year average true range. Then this is what happened. I mean, the market simply doesn't want to move anywhere. It's just simply keep consolidating. Yeah, I'm getting bit greedy over here. You see, it's 34 handle, 33 handle. I'm not taking any partial around that area, even though my risk was like something like that way. But still, I'm not taking any partial. I'm getting little bit greedy over here. I mean, sometimes it's good, I think, to be a bit greedy because this low is most logical level to me. It should taken because eventually this market has to come to the 50% of the week quad. I mean, week 50% of the daily candle. Man, I wanted to see this to unfilled, but it didn't left it unfilled. So I think I'm gonna get stopped out. What a shit price action, man. Come on. This is absolutely shit price action. I'm watching if it can close below this low, below that low. If it can close below that low. If it close below that low, I'm gonna put my stop loss to the break even. Not sweeping. If either way, this low will be taken, my stop loss will be at the break even. Should I take a partial? 36 handle. That's gonna mitigate all of my losses. Okay, I'll be greedy because my loss is now very small. So I'll be greedy. No worries. That's the thing I was expecting here to happen. This thing should happen over here, but it really made me confused. I'm done with this trade. I'm not seeing any movement over here, to be honest. So I can't hold it anymore. Simply consolidating over here. Yeah, one loss on break even. Good. I need to learn trading how you execution it. Okay, DXO already expand a lot. I traded the Asia session and it was a beautiful price action. This AM session is shit nowadays. Nowadays. Anyways, yeah. So they got stopped out by 2 tick before that huge move in Asia. The pain, oh man. Yeah, it's too much painful. However, I really don't think it will fall, but I have already found a bullish 22 YT model. I'm just curious to know, should I trade this buy model? Because this is really a good model. What do you think, guys? Because this is really a good, perfect market structure shift. I should have entered over here. What should I do? Or should I let it go? What should I do, guys? Tell me. If you tell me to take buy, I'm gonna take the buy. I'll do that by your call. Took trade from order block. Confirmation trade? Best idea. Yeah, that's best idea. Took for the confirmation idea. Rather look like 5 or 15 minutes is sideways. I'm waiting for market structure to be at least 5 minute chart. Okay, that's good. Stick to plan. I don't have any plan right now. Market is simply consolidating. I mean, if you ask me to stick with the plan, I should wait for the sell setup. So I have to let the run go and then I have to wait for the sell setup. But that's the good idea Utshuk has given me. Wait for the confirmation trade. That would be awesome. Yeah, that could be awesome. Now, if it fall, I'm gonna say that this market is absolutely shit market. Why these candles should appear on the chart to take this buy side liquidity? Could be. Thank you, Utshuk. Thank you so much, brother. I forgot about the confirmation order block trade. But thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna try this sell for the last trade as a last trade for this account, and then I'll switch my account. There is no gap. Is it working with this gap? If it was working with that gap, that is highly difficult for me to frame the trade from that gap. Entry gap is much more easier. Why market? Why you are doing this? It would be awesome if I could enter over here. That could be awesome thing. And I'm really afraid to enter around that area because the volatility is too much. Even though I'm thinking this is going to fall for this line, but entering from this gap is highly risky because it didn't build any sort of bearish gap. So it could work as a order block. So it could simply close above this candle, then tap to this candle to go for the high here, and finally for the 50% range of this area. It could do that like that way. So I was really afraid to push the button from this gap. But if there was two gap, I could confidently push the button from that specific gap. I don't know what to say. I mean, really, this is consolidating, even though it will fall. I believe like that way. But entering around that area, I have no word to say. To be honest, guys, I really don't know how to enter. It's just simply sideways, like this type of price action. I was expecting that this is going to be consolidation, but I thought that it's going to be highly volatile consolidation from this 50% to until what is that opening regular trading or opening gap? I don't know what is that regular trading or opening gap 50%. That regular trading or opening gap 50%. That would be awesome. Yeah, this is the price action. Okay. So I don't know how to enter over here. I tried two times, none of them worked. One loss, one break even. Still, I have another opportunity to take in. Even though I didn't take the partial, I was so greedy. I'll accept that greediness. Earning week, so market going to be very volatile. INTC earnings are today. Okay, so today we have the earning as well. Yeah, Sonali, opening range gap 50%. Yep, opening range gap. Man, this 50% of that daily week and opening range gap 50% is gonna be the target for this market for today. Okay, the rest of the day market will simply keep doing like that way. I was just didn't expect this is gonna be like this is small consolidation. This is a very small consolidation. The range is very small, like 50, 60, and the range is here. I don't like this type of small consolidation. However, I'll try one more trade in this account. Okay, I think I will look for. I don't know what I should look for. Randomly, I can enter over here. By the way, because this gap is holding, but I think it's better. I'll randomly enter over here. Okay. No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. 10 to 11 a.m. is exactly like yesterday. Barcoding. I'm not entering. Okay. I'm just gonna wait. I was thinking that to enter over if it come here to enter one more time from there by putting my stop loss above this high. But it's highly risky to enter from this specific gap. Maybe I'm afraid and this is going to work. But yeah, I'll sacrifice the trade. I don't know. Tough moment. I don't know. None of the market is good. Every single market is consolidating. Yes, NQ, YM, every single one is consolidating. I think I should let this go. But I'm so much confident about the sell. Expectation versus price action. Expectation versus price action. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take one more risk over here. Let's see if it doesn't work. I'm good. Gonna put my stop loss above this high, above this high. I don't know how much is the volatility and how much did I take the risk over here. I just don't know. Yeah, it's 43 handle. So partial is 43 handle, which is over here. The time was good, like 10:30, 10:32. Time was good. So I risk this one. Expectation versus price action. I'm not taking the partial over there bullshit area. Come on, man. One time give me the partial. Just for one time, give me that. Okay. At least got the partial. That is good. This is the second partial level. 149. 9 handle is the second partial level. Oh man, come on. I'm so much greedy. I don't know it will work or not. But at least my stop loss is at the break even, so I'm good. I'll make it 150 actually. Yeah, 150 is good. But if I close my trade right now, it will be 263 handle profit, dollar profit. Tough decision to take. My loss will be mitigated. I'll be in profit. Am I being some days, you will be greedy. I don't know why. You remember last time When I was taking the trade, I was not taking the partial, and eventually I end up with like 200, $300 loss. I was greedy. Every single time it was provided me the opportunity to close the trade or partial, take the partial, I didn't do that. So some days are maybe like this, and those days are really disaster. I think this is that day happening to me. I'm so much confident about this line, and because of that, I'm not closing my trade right now, because if I even close it right now, not only I have mitigated my this loss, but also I've already built a lot of profit over here. So that is a beautiful area to close the trade. But I'm just being greedy over here because I'm so much confident about this line over here. So I think today is my great day. Brother took one more partial. Should I? Okay, if you say so. I took another partial over there. So I'll let one marker. Yeah, thank you, Chuk. That's good, man. I mean, yeah, one more partial. I think my loss has already been mitigated for today. Let me see it. And I'll put it to the break at least above this high, okay? Because I have already taken the second partial. So I should cover this gap 100% plus this candle. So I think that's good. Yeah, yesterday I took some losses, 204 handle loss. It has already been mitigated, okay? 233 handle has already been mitigated. It should be. I don't know why it didn't update yet. Oh, man. That was a good call. Thank you, Utshuk. Thank you, Utshuk. It should be mitigated. I should not be in loss today. Yeah, $111 profit. What's that? What was that, man? It is not a usual candle. I don't believe that it's a usual candle. No, I don't believe that. What is happening, guys? I don't think so. This is an usual candle. I'm gonna switch my account. What the hell is happening, man? It's normal because it's price in the weekly fair value gap. Okay. No, this candle was not usual. That's what I was saying. That this candle is not usual. I think there is some kind of tweet or something like that. Because suddenly you was seeing a 100 handle candle. No, it can't be a regular candle. In this small price action, like 40 handle, 50 handle candle, and suddenly 100 handle candle. No, not good. One, two, three, four, five. Within five candle, if I don't get that entry, I'm not gonna take it. I mean, man, I will just hands up, and I will say that, man, I surrender. Okay, I surrender to trade this market. I really surrender. If it if it work like that way. However, within five candle, if it fall, I'm gonna take this trade. So one, two, three, four, five. I'm not interested about this low. I mean the sell anymore. Old low has taken one more time. I have already talked about that. If you ever see the old low has taken one time, that low need to be taken one more time. That has already been taken one more time. So now I'm not interested to look for any sort of uh, sell anymore. That was a beautiful trade. If it doesn't work and stop me out, I'll have nothing to say. I have just covered this gap over here. Just that gap has been covered. Yeah, just that gap. I think I can put it a bit lower, but I don't think so. It's good. Just the cover has been covered by my stop loss and took me. Bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I don't know why this candle will appear and then why it will keep falling. I have no idea. I mean, this I'm not familiar with this market. That was beautiful 22 buy model. Awesome 22 buy model. But why this low needed to be taken one more time? I have no idea. Bro, ICT concepts are bullshit. Oh man, come on. Who are you? RV. Do I know you, brother? This like fucked up my Lucid account on to 100 $1,021 and now it's saying remaining of $2 to pass the eval. Oh man, come on. Failed because we are right below New Week opening. There is a New Week opening gap as well. I didn't know that. Going to AGL low 28,615. 28,615. Maybe. AGL low is over there. And come on. AGL session was here around that area. So which AGL you are talking about? I mean, you're talking about this low? They have already been taken. This all are already been taken. So this low you are talking about? Which AGL low you are talking about? I don't know. New Week opening gap is holding the price. Where is the New Week opening gap? This is the New Week opening gap. Okay. I didn't know that I was going against new week opening gap. It's just manipulation. This should have fall from 954, but was ranging in between. AGLO, Robin. AGLO is where is the AGLO? I don't see the AGLO by the way. Where you guys are talking about the AGLO? This low they have been already been cleared like thousand times. But below this low, where is the AGLO? Which one you are talking about? Talking guys? Like I don't see any AGLO over here or something like that. It should be Asia high, not the low, because the low has already been cleared long time ago. I don't know. Why this candle will appear and then this gap will be violated and then market will keep falling. I don't know. However, one loss is good. We'll go for another trade. No worries. In one account, two loss is acceptable, even in this highly ranging market. As long as I'm not going to violate my my like $1,000 profit, $1,000 stop loss, I'm cool. Any buy model, 22 buy model, I'm gonna take that buy. So here I had the new week opening gap. Okay. This is the new week opening gap. I mean, this week has built this new week opening gap. So, Sudipan, did you take any trade today, brother? Any of you got any trade today? I think that could be the best trade if I would go for that on with a beautiful candle. That would be the awesome trade. I mean, for today at least. That's good. Any kind of 22 buy model, I'm gonna take that buy. Sell, I can't take anymore because the selling opportunity was from that area, that level. As I have missed that from here, I'm not able to take any sort of sell right now. So if it really would love to trade this line, then go higher. I'll wait for this line to be traded, then buy model. Otherwise, if it provide me the buy from here, I'll go for that buy as well. Sell, I can't take anymore. I mean, the selling opportunity is done. Like it doesn't need to fall like that way, right? Everything was good, but this candle was not expected. Okay, this candle will be here, then it will fall. Disaster. It is what it is. This is the market. We have to work on that market. But remember, trade as long as it is under your control. If it is out of your control, don't trade. Like in other account, I took a trade that is a losing trade. Then I got break even. Then I got the winning trade. I'm good. I'm good with that. So I simply switch my account to other account, and I tried that buy. It was not a gambling. Okay, I saw this 22 YT model market has cleared the liquidity. Old low has taken one more time here. A beautiful market structure shift with the displacement, fair value gap. Took the buy from that fair value gap. Didn't work. Simply okay, no problem. We'll wait for the next buying opportunity. We'll think about buy only right now. No more sell is valid to me. If it doesn't fall, sorry, go higher and keep falling, I'll just let the fall go. If this high is going to be shifted, I'm going to take the buy with the fair value gap. I think it will happen by right now, London close reversal. And I'm going to enter into the macro. I'm just thinking about a buy, either from here or from here. I don't care. All I care, a market structure shift, fair value gap. I'm going to take that buy. And I'm not risking a lot of money. You guys can see that like 2 micro contract, 3 micro contract, maximum 4 micro contract. But 2, 3 micro contract, I'm taking this type of entries. If I start with 2 micro, I try to add more. If I start with 3 micro, I try to like hold the trade a bit longer. Today I'm a bit greedy, by the way. No shame to say. I'm not taking the partial to the most logical level, so I'm a bit greedy. So after this candle, 100 handle candle, and then this market is building like 20 handle candle, right? 2023 handle candle. This is disaster. Uh, so finally, it will trade this 50%. If you really would love to trade this 50%, my question to the market, if you really want to trade this 50%, why do you build this candle over here? Either if there is no like tweet or something. Do you know, guys, was there any tweet or anything? 15-minute bullish last fair value cap is broken. We should see more move down. Okay, we might go down to 28,400 today. 28,400. 400. It can be. Lots of people lose account this type of days. Absolutely, brother. Brother, look at last Friday, 10 a.m. 50-minute bear. Last fair value cap and is broken and candle close now. Oh man, finally it came here. Let me see the 15-minute chart. And where is the 15-minute? Okay, so you're talking about this gap is broken. This is the order block. A very nice order block. So the mean threshold of this order block could be a beautiful target, or maybe the 50%. This is the best area for me to reversal, this 50%. But that last gap, I was not looking for that at all. I was looking for that 50% area, which is aligned with the order block. I've talked about this at the beginning of the price action. Okay. So I told that I'll look for the buy when it will come to this 50%. I'll look for the sell when it will come to the 50% of this, not the 50%, like if it leave this gap, this liquidity open and the lower quadrant, 50% upper quadrant, any of this area, I'll look for the sell. But this was so juicy to me. That 22 YT model was so juicy to me. Finally, it came to this 50%. Watch how it is going to react from there. And I'm gonna take the buy from this candle, from the fair value gap. This is the fair value gap. Watch it. Stop loss below this low. If it close above this line, if it doesn't close, I'm not gonna take that buy. Okay. Target is this buy side liquidity over here. This is a fair value gap. If you guys can find it out from the order. If it doesn't give me that, I'm not going to take it. But if it provide me the entry, I'm gonna take the buy from this order block. One of the best order block over here. However, if this candle close below this candle, I'm gonna switch the high from here to that candle. Otherwise, it is valid for me to take the buy from that candle. तेरे बिन चुम्मा दीवाना बन तेरे बिना होना है बिल्कुल जुदा. Hmm. This is some line you should be very confident. Okay, so my order block level has changed. It's not the order block. This is the order block. If the body close above this line, I'm gonna take the buy from this candle. Stop loss going to be below this low. It will keep falling, not going to touch it anymore. In my opinion, it should reverse from here, because if I go to the daily chart, look at this daily candle so far. It is more than other candle size. So it has already been like nearly, I think, yeah, 700 handles, something like that. So if you compare other candles, it's much more bigger. So if it really doesn't want to build this type of candle, big candle, it should start to reverse from that line right now. Let's see. It's not the order block. Consecutive order block is over here. Anytime it will close, I'm going to take the buy from this candle. I'm not saying this is going to work, but I'm going to take the buy if it close above this high. Maybe I'll move my stop loss a bit lower. Maybe. I'm not sure about that. I'll see it. However, if it keep falling, not going to touch it. Chasing market, I'm not interested to trade. Like sell was valid. either from here or from that area. After this retracement, high stop loss body close candle order block from that level or sell was valid from there. And finally, this was like an pretty beautiful opportunity, a beautiful gambling actually, not opportunity, gambling. So that gambling was the last opportunity, in my opinion, to take the sell. But right now, selling is absolutely not acceptable. This is the level where it should reverse for the retracement, not for the long term buy side liquidity or whatever it is, just for a small retracement. I'm interested to catch that retracement right now. Maybe I'll move my stop loss bit lower when it will build that order block. Maybe. I'm not sure about that. Now, if it doesn't take me, I'll just simply broke my laptop, broke my computer. For example, it closed above that order block and then keep going higher without taking me. I'll simply break the computer. What the hell are you, market? Either way, you are making so many confusion, and now you're not give it taking me. What the hell is happening? Body need to close above that order block line before taking the trade. Watch it, learn it. This is the last fair value gap. See this line? This line is the most strongest line, last fair value gap. I think I'm gonna miss the trade. Market will close one tick below this line, then it will keep going higher. Okay, I'm in. This is going to be my first partial. If it starts to go higher, I'll just try to take the first partial above this line. There is a small gap. It's it's preferable to left this gap open to work as a breakaway gap. It's always preferable. Okay, it didn't. Not interested to move my stop loss below the consecutive order blocks right now because my risk is pretty good. Actually, 27 handles, so I can put it bit lower. So 32 handle is good. It is always preferable to leave this gap open. Is there any bear gap? There is a small bear gap. Just for the sake of the reading price action, I'm marking it. But either way, I don't look for this type of gaps. They're very small gap. But as it is respecting, I'm just gonna mark it and wanna see if it can close above these gaps. This to this is the mean threshold of this order block. The 50% of this order block is over here. It is always good if it failed to close uh, below this mean threshold. It is always good. This doesn't seem good. First candle 11 a.m. So there is a PO3 idea that market will open, fall a bit lower, then will go higher. I believe that it's the that manipulation is not going to take this low, order block low. I believe like that way. Because the manipulation, if it really would love to take this low, I have to wait for the re-entry opportunity. That's a more than enough manipulation over here, like open, fall, more than enough manipulation. But if it really would love to go for this low, I will wait for the re-entry opportunity. Always preferable before not to close below this min threshold, but it has closed below this min threshold. So I was waiting for that. Manipulation happened here. We'll go ahead again. Gonna take the rebuy over there again. Open, fall, take this low. Would love to see to go higher. Not going higher. Done for today. I hate this thing, brother. I told you more downside is still. I hate. I told you, okay, brother. So I think you're new here. If you're not new here, then I'm gonna appreciate your comment because you're not new. Sorry, if you're new here, it's gonna be more appreciated. But if you're not new, just don't do that. I told you I don't. I hate that things. First thing is I don't need to trade this market. It's not going to fall. This line is more than enough for me to fall. If it really keep falling, I have nothing to do. I don't believe this will keep falling. This line is the most strongest line. Market open 11 a.m. open manipulation. So take this low one more time. Happy to see that. I saw this order block didn't work. I will wait for the new order block to take rebuy, or maybe this high will be shifted with a fair value cap or not. Take rebuy from that fair value cap. Not going to frame any sort of sale around that area because this market has already moved a lot. Like from here to here. Even if you watch the daily chart, this market is here so far around that area. So this is kind of the lunch hour I'm going to enter. So when I'm going to enter around the lunch hour, I don't want to see this market to keep fall and take this low and build this type of big candle over here. Of course, it can do that. If it do that, I'm not going to take any other trade. Like sell is not valid to me. Gonna remove all of them, close this. Manipulation happened, so would love to see if it can go higher now. It should respect this line. Why it fall a bit more? I'm gonna show you that as well. Why it fall a bit more? See this week over here. I marked the daily week quadrant level. The hourly week quadrant 50% is over here. Yeah, of course it can come until this area, this 50% area. There's nothing wrong. But any of this level will give me the buying opportunity. I'm gonna take the buy from this level. Either from here, either from there. I'm gonna take the buy around that area. If I go for the 15-minute chart, this 15-minute order block mean threshold around this area. This is the mean threshold area. So around that area, if it really would love to trade this area, the buys from there is valid to me. But from there, I saw the first order block, I took the buy. It didn't work. I'm gonna wait for the next buying opportunity. Not going to chase the sell. If I wait for the best setup, like 22 buy model, I'm not going to avoid, like I will be able to avoid this small losses because by first 22 buy model from here, pretty much confident that that is going to work. But I would love to take the buy at the beginning of the run. I didn't take this sell because that word block was not good to me. That's why I didn't take the sell from there. But that was good to me. So I took the buy from this order block. What is wrong with that? Nothing is wrong, brother. If you are thinking this is going to fall, take the sell. Why? Who is stopping you? Take the sell, man. I am bearish in this market, but I was bearish until the certain level. That level has already been traded. So from the daily chart, it will go a bit below of this 50% of this week. That week, 50% go a bit below. trade the hourly, week, quadrant level, 50% level, and then close above this level, you will see a week over here, just a week. So I'm trading 1 minute chart, not to the daily chart. So I can't depend on that thing. So it will come here, I'll look for the buy again from that level. Otherwise, from here, any kind of buy, I'll go for that. Not going to work, going to fall, keep falling, not going to touch it. Why it is so difficult to understand? I'll look for same kind of buy from that red line if it come over here, like this way. The way it build the word block, if it build the word block here, I'm gonna take the buy from that word block again. So it came here. Now if it close above this candle, I'm gonna take the buy from this candle again. Same logic, same everything, word block logic from there. For example, next candle is going to close above this line. I'm gonna take the buy from this word block. Not going to give me that, going to keep falling, not going to touch it. That's all I'm going to do. So yeah, I think it will be here somewhere. It will close above this line. I'm gonna take a rebuy over there. Otherwise, it will keep falling, not going to touch it. Every single level, like this line, that low is not valid by the way. This line or that line. They will give me the buy, I'll take the buy from there. It will give me the buy, I'll take the buy from there. So the water block didn't work with this 50%, which is the daily week 50%. That didn't work. I'll watch hourly week 50% to take the buy with the same logic of last fair value gap. Hourly week 50%, daily week 50%. Both of this area, I'm looking for the same kind of setup, word or block setup. So it didn't work here. I'll look for that from here. It is not going to work and keep falling. Okay, so now I'm done. I'm not able to trade it. I'm not able to chase the market. Selling here is called chasing the market. Not interested to chase the market. Actually, this time I'll go with 4 micro contract. Just to show you how much this thing is confident to me. This order block is not going to be valid if it takes more than 5 candle to build it as an order block. Then it's not going to be valid. Now, if I miss the trade, that's the disaster. For example, it will close above this and then will keep going higher and I miss the trade. That is disaster. Or maybe it is not going to close above this line. Instead of that, close a bit below this order block and then keep going higher. That is also a disaster. I don't like this type of disaster. Otherwise, good. If it close, if it close below this candle, I'll mark this candle as an order block. So all I need to look for the lowest down close body close candle. That's all I need to mark as an bullish order block. So this is now my bullish order that high, okay, that high. So it's the around the same level. So I'm not going to move it. I'm gonna keep it. It will keep falling. Not going to touch it. Actually, let me mark it in a nice way. Otherwise, uh, 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 uh okay. This is the order block now. Here. All I need to see a body close above this line. Doesn't close, keep falling. I'll wait for this line to be traded. Then I'll look for 22 buy model. because it's not the last fair value gap. I can look for the order block from there. I can only look for the order block from that line, or maybe the 50% of this daily week. So 50% is valid for order block. Lower quadrant is valid for 22 buy model. I'm not expecting this is going to be reversal. Okay, it's going to go like all of this. No, I'm just interested to see the retracement until the 50% or 6 on 8 level of this daily range. So if I look for this line high, and maybe this is the low. Okay, so this is the low, this is the 50%, this is the 6 on 8 level. So I'm expecting the run toward the 50% and the 6 on 8 level, and after that it can keep falling again. I have no problem with that, but I need that retracement. It's not building the word blocks. I'm gonna move it and I will wait for the setup. If it provide, then I'll mark them. Otherwise keep falling, I'm just not gonna touch it. Gonna let it go. We'll wait for the PM session to find out another buying opportunity. This is the weekly quadrant level, lower quadrant, hourly week quadrant level, lower quadrant here, these two lines. So it doesn't reverse from there, no problem. I will wait for these lines to be traded and then wait for the reversal from there. Here, the only 22 buy model is valid. I'm not able to take any sort of buy from the order block from these levels. It built the order block here. I took the buy from there. It didn't build the order block here. I didn't take any buy over there. I'm going to let the sell go. We'll wait for the buy again. Again, I'm not interested to chase the market. I'm not interested to catch the run for the all-time high again. I'm just interested to catch the retracement, because after the retracement, I will be able to take another sell. Another sell is valid, but without retracement, no sell is valid. Like here, that buy, I let this go because I was expecting this market to fall. So I was letting this retracement go and then frame the sell. Same here. I'm gonna let this sell go. We'll wait for the retracement. Then the sell is valid again. Around that area, I let the buy go because around the 9:30 it was 9:30 open. So I let the buy go. But it is not around 9:30, so I'm not going to let this buy go. I'm gonna catch that buy. The only problem is I can't look for the order block around that level. That is the problem. So I have to wait for the 22 buy model or the inversion fair value gap. If it go to the, what is the level, brother? 28,400. 28,400. So that is below the low. Below the low. This low should not be taken without the retracement. This low should not be taken. I mean, I don't think so. This low will be taken without the retracement. Eventually, this low is going to be the target because from the weekly chart, sorry, daily chart, it left this gap open. So now my target is bearish. We have already talked about that. We are now looking for the bearishness, but I need the retracement before getting the bearishness, more bearishness. Otherwise, if it taken, maybe I'll have to wait for that and then I'll look for. But Thursday is kind of like, if previous day low is taken, market will keep falling. If previous day high is taken, market will keep going higher. It's something like that. Thursday and Wednesday. This is the logic for trading Thursday and Wednesday. 28,428 is approximately one standard deviation of first hour dealing range. 28,428. 428. And that's very near to this low. We'll see. I still have the time and I'll end up with another trade. I'll go for another trade. Any kind of 22 buy model is a valid trade entry for me. If I find that, by the way. I can't take the order block trade over here, unfortunately. So I'm like kind of helpless over here. If I even miss the buy opportunity over here, I have to miss that because order block is not valid anymore. This was the line where order block was valid. If this was happening here, I would look for this candle to take the buy, like that candle to take the buy. It will close above this. I would take the buy over here. But it is not happening from here, so I can't take the buy from there. I have to wait for the bull model to take the buy. I'm also interested about this inversion fair value gap. For example, it takes this low, that low, one more time, and then closed above this. I'm gonna take the buy from there if this low is taken. Otherwise, if it keep going higher now, it means that today is done. We'll wait for PM session to see something good. Otherwise, done. No, no other opportunities. This is the delinquents high, high. This is the delinquents low. What is the retracement level? 50%, 6 on 8 level. More importantly, to this last fair value gap. That is the retracement level. Let's hope for the best. I think it will take this low and give me the opportunity. Otherwise, if it doesn't build any model and keep going higher, man, surrender here. Look from where it is retracing. This is the lower quadrant of that daily week. I don't know that which will be level because from the daily chart, when it will close out this line, you will see just a week over there. Just a week over there. But it came exactly to this lower quadrant and retracing from there. Unfortunately, it's not building any setup, so I'm not able to enter over here in this market. That's I'm not entering. But this retracement is obvious. I just don't know it will happen from here, 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 or here. I just don't know about that. Anytime it will give me the buying opportunity, I'm gonna take that buy. That's all. So here I'm just I mean expecting some sort of model over there. To take the buy from this gap is highly risky. It's not the inversion gap. What do you see, guys? Is that inversion gap? Should I take the buy from this gap? What do you see? What do you say? It's not my inversion fair value gap. So if you ask me about this, no, I'm not interested to enter from this gap. It's not a valid inversion gap to me. But if let's go for a trade with your expectation. It has to retrace until the 50 or 6 on 8 level. That is all. All I need a model over here. So if some of you are really an expert of inverse gap, let me know, is this the inverse gap? It's not my inverse gap. I don't believe in this type of inverse gap. Let's see who has the idea about the inverse gap. Do you have any idea about inverse gap? If you have, please let me know that. Come on. It took the fellow, so inverse gap. Inversion gap is the one take the liquidity and then inverse. Yeah, I love to use it like that way. So busy with this volatility, don't have much time to type. No worries, man. The question is, did it inverse fair value gap take the sell side liquidity? I don't see it. Okay, if it fall here and then take the liquidity, I could say this is the inverse gap. But I don't see any logic over here as an inverse gap. So maybe it is going to work. I'm gonna let this go. But see the levels I'm talking about here, 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 here. This is the last line for the reversal. It has to retrace from any of this line. Unfortunately, you see here, market is retracing, but I have no way to enter except this inverse gap. I really don't like to use this type of inverse gap, but it's working like that way. Like from here, it is working. This is called the idea. It could do that from here. I saw the opportunity, I took the buy from there. I didn't see the opportunity here. There is no model according to my understanding. No model. So I'm just helpless. I'm letting this run go without touching it. I'm letting this run go. But look at this run over here. This is the logic. You can't chase the market. You don't know exactly from where it is going to retrace. But you have to look for this line, that line, that line. Yeah, I've just took two confusion area over here. Even if I go to the hourly chart, look at this week. There is just a week from the hourly 50%. Week 50% is over here. There's just a week over there. Ah, come on, man. Have you thought about trading Asia instead of? I thought a lot, man. But around the Asia session, I most of the time I'm just sleeping. I just sleep around that area. 1 hour week, absolutely, Yosul. There is a 1 hour week, week 50%, week lower quadrant, a daily week lower quadrant. Actually, how do you get these quadrant levels from the week, brother? This thinner one is from the daily chart, the daily week. That is the daily week. Sorry, yeah, week. Thinner line is from the daily chart. Deeper line is actually from the hourly chart. So both of these week is valid. I marked both of them because they are important. I didn't take this buy because there was no model to me, so I didn't take it. This retracement is not done yet. It has to done. It has to be done. So let's see if it provide another opportunity. I can reuse this candle as a bullish order block, but I'm afraid that my stop loss will be so big. Yeah, 43 handle. Buy side liquidity sweep. We might move lower again now. Can be. Question. Anybody use Replicanto? Anybody use the Replicanto? Have it go. See you tomorrow, brother. God willing, have good rest of. See you, brother. Trade the lower quadrant of that hourly week. I hope I'll find an opportunity now. I'm gonna find the opportunity now. Let's see. What is the question, Jamie? Thanks. I used quadrants when I first started learning ICT, but I stopped for no reason really. Oh man, you should you should not give up with the quadrant level, weak quadrant level. They're very important. Sell side liquidity on 28,408, 28,408. That is below. Below that low. I'm just not interested to see this low to be taken. That low to be taken without the retracement. So I need the retracement at first. Then I'll look for that low. So I'm just interested to see the retracement right now. I think I'm gonna get the opportunity. Buy opportunity, by the way, not sell. It will work with this bear gap and it will keep falling. I'm gonna not going to touch it. This is the last line for the reversal. Below this line, I have no other line that can give me the reversal or the retracement. This line is the last line for both hourly and daily chart. That is the last line. If this line is broken, the low is going to be target. So without breaking the low, this line, it has to give me the retracement. And I'm gonna catch that retracement right now. It will close out this gap. I'm gonna take the buy from this gap now. It's better to wait for this candle, but I'm gonna take the buy from that candle. The stop loss is gonna be too big, so I'm gonna keep it around there. Yeah, that's good. If it close above this gap without taking this low, that low, I'm gonna take the buy from this gap. Otherwise, I'm done for today. I'm not interested to chase the falling knife. When the market is falling, like from here without the retracement, fall, 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 fall. Not going to chase the market. So either I'll look for the buy or I'm gonna let the market go without taking any trade. First time it will close, sorry, not close actually. Below this line, no trade is valid. If it failed to take this low and closed above this gap, I'm gonna take the trade from this reclaimed inverse fair value gap. All I have to cover the lowest down close body close candle, opening of the opening candle. Okay, but I can cover also the 50% of this candle. Otherwise, not going to touch it. Gonna let this go. Okay, falling knife should not be touched. And I also have 4 minutes left actually. It would be awesome if I could see if there is any 1 minute last gap or not. Let me see. Nothing from here. Let me see the 5 minute chart. Nothing over here as well. Let me see the 2 minute chart. Last opportunity. In last opportunity, I have a gap. This is the low. So it has traded the last gap from 2 minute chart. No worries. I'm watching both of this market, this and this. If it doesn't give me the buy, it gives me the buy. I'm gonna take the buy from here. I mean from the what's I mean the yes market. Other than no sell, no trade, we'll let it go. Simple. I know it's very difficult to let the market go while you are seeing this is just keep falling. And why I'll let this go? It is called falling knife. If you chase the falling knife, today you are safe. Tomorrow it will cut your hand. And when it will cut your hand, you will just simply blow your account. That's all. Okay, guys. So it has taken that low. I'm not going to take any other trade. So with that two loss, I'm just gonna stop over here. So tried that buy from this 22 buy model. Didn't work, that buy model. Expecting this buy sell liquidity and more importantly this high to be taken, and finally if it could come to the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. And then tried this buy from this word block, didn't work. Sorry, yeah, I took the buy from the word block, didn't work, so got these two losses. I'm gonna stop over here. In this same consolidation, I took one losing trade, one break even, one win. So that account was absolutely safe. But this account, I have just two losses around that area, and that's all over here. Maybe it will go higher now, but I don't care. I'm not going to take any other trade around that area. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. I think tomorrow will be better because we are not going to see this type of price action tomorrow. Maybe. Otherwise, I just changed to Microsoft from Apple. I just changed to Microsoft from Apple. 1124 is market structure shift. 1124 valid swing high for shifting market structure. A valid swing high for shifting market structure. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers.